Hey everybody, Marcus Crawford here with the Idaho Quadcopter channel. Hey, I'm at a different park today. This is Sunday afternoon. Got done with the Drone Seekers show this afternoon and I wanted to fly. So I've got the DJI Air 3 with me today. Right? Perfect drone, omnidirectional obstacle avoidance, etc. There's some trees around here. So we'll definitely use that, and plus we can use APAS. But the main thing is I just wanted to get out to fly. I've never flown at this park before. It's called Redwood Park. It's off of, people that are familiar with the area, it's off of Ustick, not too far. So anyway, we're just going to put the drone. This is a very small park, but there is a fishing pond here, and I see there's some people fishing. A lot of folks out here with their dogs, etc. So yeah, let's quit messing around. Let's get this drone in the air, and we'll be able to look around here a little bit and just kind of show you a little bit of the territory. There's some other things that we can look at as well. There's some nurseries close by, etc. So I think we can do some flyovers. So let's quit messing around. Let's get this bird in the air. Good. Oh yeah, just getting ready to take off here. Pardon me? I said it probably took some good practice. These are pretty easy. Are they? Yep. I could teach you how to fly in one flight. It's nothing to it really. Cool. Okay, I've got a screen recording started and we're ready to fly. So we did just get an update to the DJI RC2. I can't remember the number off the top of my head. I'll put it up on the screen here because I did take a screenshot. I actually updated that in the car, but let's go ahead and shoot in 4K. Well, I'm trying to decide if I should click it up to 60 frames or nah, we're just going to leave it in 30 frames per second. That should be plenty, and let's go ahead and take off here. So we're going to do an automated takeoff. We're kind of underneath some trees, so we'll have to do a little maneuvering here, but that's all right. So here we go. And there's a home point updated. And it updated the home point. Again, we're kind of under some trees, so kind of be interesting to see if it can find its way back. And you know what? I didn't go up, and you can see it's already getting. It's already saying, "Hey, I got stuff above me. I don't want to go any higher than that." So I didn't do that. But in any case, let's bring it in here. And we'll take a look. So I'm going to go ahead and shut off obstacle avoidance for a second. So, well, I tried tapping on it, but let's click the three dots. Whoops, one more time. And we're going to go off, and let's bring the guy in. But then you folks need to help me remember to turn it back on because there's a lot of stuff to miss here. So here's the drone right here, and just wanted to bring it in front of the camera. In fact, we can bring it around here a little bit, and it's kind of right in front of me here. And there's literally a branch right above it, and if I turn OA on, it will definitely see that branch. So, gosh, not much left to do, but probably just go ahead and look around. So I'm going to go ahead and click, put it back into bypass, and you can see it's really squawking, because it's got some stuff right above it. I'm going to back it up, and this is going to be a little tough to do our droney here, but I think we can get it done. I think I got a spot here to get it done, and I'm going to turn the Action 2 camera, hopefully so you can see it, but I think I can get out above the pond here and not run anything. I'm going to drop the camera down a little bit. But reverse and up now, reverse and up. And gosh, I wasn't sure I was in normal mode. It was moving pretty slow. It must have seen all that stuff around it and was moving slow. I expected the drone to move faster than it was. So it was moving pretty slow there. But in any case, you can see the pond here. And this is again, this is one of those ponds you'll see people fishing here. And of course the ducks like it too. What I don't see is it doesn't look like they've got a lot of fountains going on. But really, virtually, and you know what, this is kind of, this pond, I'm just going to be honest with you, it's a little bit muckier, although I do see there is some water moving out there. So they have to do that to just, it's just, a pond like this is just exactly like your, like if you had a fish tank at home, you've got to keep it aerated for the fish, but you can see how close everything is here, how close it is to residential areas, etc. But you know, if you're a neighborhood kid and you feel like going fishing, you can fish right here. There's a fair amount of folks out here, you know, running their dogs and so forth. So let's kind of bring it over, kind of give you a view of the park. We're up 32 meters high. I think we can go higher. Let's kind of go higher and give you, in fact, I'm going to go out here and we're going to turn around and kind of give you an overview, right? How's that sound? Yeah, it looks like we got a walking path there too through the neighborhood, so we'll definitely check that out. But this is, I just want to give you kind of the big picture of the park here. Probably should have done that right off the bat on the droney. But as you can see, so it's not a terribly big park. It's a neighborhood park, but it is a City of Boise park. And yeah, a lot of folks out here running their dogs, etc. There's a fairly small play area. You can see the parking area where I've got my car parked. And there were some people out running their dogs and stuff out kind of near where I'm at. So I kind of took this spot under the trees just for that very reason, not to bother anybody. And you know, what you wouldn't want is somebody's dog jumping up as you're landing your drone or something and grabbing a hold of it. So I was kind of keeping that in mind. So this is the park. Let me drop the camera down a little bit. So we got the whole park in the frame here. It's not that big, but they got a little play area, they got restrooms, and they've got a walking path that goes all the way around it. And you know, lots of folks doing laps, and lots of folks out here. I can tell you that this is I can tell right off the bat that this is a very popular place for people to walk their dogs. Now I noticed when we got up in the air here that there is a bit of a walking path. Let's pick that camera up. Maybe I am. Maybe it's, yeah, it looks like there's a walking path. That's not a street. I just wanted to make sure. Let's just head down this guy a little ways and see what we can see. We can get down lower. Oh, yeah, okay, so it looks like there's a drain ditch here. And, yeah, this is just, yeah, there's a path next to it and a ditch so that they, or a little alley or whatever you call it, little road so that they have access to it. Yeah, it looks like it goes down quite a ways here. So we can follow this guy down a ways. And there's a couple other things here that I wanted to show you. So, yeah, look at this. I'm sure this is a drain ditch, not an irrigation ditch. It would probably have a lot more water in it. But you know what? This is not that far from where I live, and I didn't even know this existed. So, kind of cool, and it goes a long ways here. So let's. Another thing that I wanted to show you here. Yeah, and you can see where it crosses the street. So, I wonder, you know, just how far does this guy go? Let's go across here a little ways, and I think we should get out the telephoto camera here real quick and see where this guy goes. So I'm going to stop recording for a minute, stopping now, and then I'm going to start recording. Well, excuse me, I meant to say I was switching it to the 3x zoom, and then we're going to start recording. And then we can kind of get a look at where it all ends up here. So it looks like it goes kind of back towards Kleiner Park. So it looks like it ends right here and goes underground, whatever this is. And if anybody locally knows, I'm sure this is probably just a drainage ditch, but maybe it's an irrigation ditch. I can't say. Well, hold it. I'm seeing head gates there. So you know what? Maybe it is. Maybe it is a. Let's see if we can digital zoom in even more. Yeah, that's definitely a head gate. Boy, I'm telling you. So I don't know. I guess what I'm telling you is I don't know. So we're back to 3 by. Let me pick up that camera. And I'm going to turn the other way. And those apartment buildings are the ones that you've seen over by Kleiner Park. And I'm going to get us pointed towards Kleiner Park. That is Kleiner Park that you see off in the distance right over there. Let me pick up the camera. And you can see Kleiner Park right there where I fly quite often. And this little Redwood Park, until I looked at the map, I never even knew it was here. It's tucked into a neighborhood. There's no major streets that go by it. You just have to know that it's here. I sure like the 3 by telephoto on this guy. It gives you the ability to get up close and see things that you couldn't otherwise see. So we got some pretty serious power lines there. Let's get over the top of those. And on the other side of those is one of the other things that I wanted to show you, and that is a nursery. So I'm going to stop recording, and I'm going to go back to 1 by and start recording again. And let's move forward here, and I'm going to show you this the nursery over here. Make sure we're well above all these power lines. This is Cloverdale Road right here. I believe this is Cloverdale. And yeah, so let's see. It says right here. Let's get over where we can take a look. Yeah, Cloverdale Nursery. Let's zoom in. So this is just going to be digital zoom. Right there, Cloverdale Nursery. And back out. And let's just go over and take a look. Lots of stuff going on. I mean, obviously we're in the fall now, so I'm sure their high season is over, but I'm sure they also probably go year round because building never stops. And I always wonder how they keep this stuff in pots, how they keep it going year round, but they do. Pick up the camera here a little bit so you can see this is a pretty big operation. I wonder how many acres this whole operation is. It's pretty good size, and it looks like they're growing a little bit of everything. No doubt they know what people are looking for. But I thought you guys would probably get a kick out of seeing this. There's so much growth going on in this area that you know, these kind of businesses are just thriving just to keep up with the new building. Yeah, it looks like that's where they're parking some of their rigs. And I saw something else here I want to take a look at. Looks like that's where they store mulch and so forth up in that corner. But I saw what looked like some rocks and stuff down here. So I'm going to drop the camera down. Maybe I'm seeing things. Yeah, what is all this down here? Okay, there we go. What is all that? Let's zoom in, and again, this is just going to be a digital zoom. We're not going to the telephoto lens. Yeah, so I'm assuming those just must be landscaping. Are they pavers? Maybe they are. I can't. You know, without getting down closer, it's hard to say. Let's drop some altitude here. So, you know, you can see there's stuff on pallets there. Boy, this drone drops fast too, let me tell you. It drops fast. So it looks like it's kind of a combination of landscape rocks and pavers, and looks like a catch-all area for them, really. Interesting. You know, these are things that you would never know existed otherwise. Okay, let's go back out to 1x, and again, that was not the telephoto lens. We were just cropping in on the wide angle lens. Let's grab some altitude again and move back. And something else I want to show you over here on the other side of the park. And again, you know, if you're ever wondering and you kind of get turned around, I mean, I see the park over there, but if you ever get turned around and you are wondering how to get back to your drone, you see the little arrowhead in the middle of the attitude indicator. I just point that back at the home point, and it's coming right back to me. So we'll drop a little altitude here, and on the map, I believe I saw a I think it's a, if not it's exactly a sod farm. I think it's where they store sod. It was off this direction, so I'm going to get up, let's get some altitude, and see if we can find it over here. So let's keep moving forward. Yeah, there I see something off in the distance over there. I suspect that's what I'm looking for. Maybe not. But when I looked on the map, I thought it said that it was a sod farm. But that's not what I'm seeing right here. This looks like a storage facility of some kind. Yeah, that's just an empty lot. So that's not what I thought I was. Oh no, I said storage facility. Those are houses. Those are, you know, what they call row houses or whatever, where they look like they're pretty new. Maybe this is what I was looking at right here. So you know what? I don't know what this is. Wow, looks like there's animal pens there. They don't look active. So you know what? I can't tell you. Again, it just was something I saw on the map, so I thought it would be interesting to come over and explore. So anyway, we can point. Yeah, this is just somebody's barn and a pasture is all this is right here. I'm going to zoom in, and again, this is just digital zoom, but yeah, that's just a you know, a little barn, and you know, I don't know what they had in there, but some kind of livestock of some kind. Okay, so let's head back our way. I guess I could show you some other stuff. So this is I saw this on the map too. This is a mobile home park, and I've driven by this many times, but you know, you just don't see many of those in this area anymore. They tend to tear them out and they develop them and they put houses in. So, you know, that creates all those problems that we see with low-cost housing. Okay, let's head back this way, and I've got something else I want to look at before we land this guy. We're down to 55% battery. Let's kick it up into sport mode. Let's kick it into gear, and let's see how fast we can get this guy going. See how fast we can get it back to us. There we are at, yeah, the advertised speed is 21 meters per second. We're at about 20.7, and look at that, we're already back to the park. And I can hear the drone up there. So I'm going to get us in a position here, looking over the top of us, and we're going to go back into normal mode, and I am at the other, I'm just kind of right in between those two trees. I'm kind of centered up on myself right now. You can see the landing pad down there. So I was talking to Ron Brown earlier, and there was a feature that came with the latest Mavic 3 update that Ron said he saw in his Mini 3. So I want to see if it is available on this drone as well. We're clicking into camera mode, and peaking level, grid lines, style. What is style? Yeah, that's sharpness. So what Ron saw was that he could, he could do the framing, the custom framing, and he said he saw it on the Mini 3. I am not seeing it here. Let's make sure we're in the right spot. So I'm looking at the, we got the histogram on, anti-flicker, peaking level is off because we're in auto, white balance, yep. I'm not seeing it. So that framing that we see on the Mavic 3, and Ron tells me it's on the Mini 3, is not here. Now we could look, I'm quite sure it was in the camera menu, but I'll look in control here just to make sure. Yeah, I don't see it. So let's go to the About page, and I can tell you, you can see the RC firmware 01.00.0700. That's what I just updated to. So yeah, anyway, enough of that. Let's bring this guy down. Maybe we can, how much battery? We got 46% battery. Maybe I see somebody, hang on here. Somebody is letting their dog chase some things there in the water. Heard that big splash behind me. Let's go ahead and stop recording. I'm going to go to the 3x telephoto, and we are going to zoom in on that. Look at that. Looks like they got a special place for the dogs to get down into the water at. I presume that's what that's for. I don't know. But they had their dog. They threw the ball out in the water, and the dog definitely went after it. Huh. Well, that's pretty cool. I didn't hit recording, did I? Well, we're going to go back to 1x, and I'm going to start recording again. And let's see if this guy can do a return to home. Although, you know what? I didn't really give it a good look at the landing pad. So, you know, discretion is the better part of valor. Let's just bring this guy back in and set it down. But anyway, that was a look at, and we can kind of get down here, and yeah, there's that dog. Yeah, let's do the digital zoom on in. Yep, he got his ball, heading back in. Little game of wet catch. Looks like they're having fun. And so, of course, the other dog goes to greet him. He goes, "Nah, I don't want nothing to do with you." Yeah, he doesn't want that other guy to get his ball. Okay, enough of that. Let's bring this guy back. And you can see where I'm at here, and we got somebody fairly close to me, so. Okay, bringing it back here. Let's bring it in. Kind of threading through the trees here. And I'm not watching the drone, I'm looking at the FPV feed. And the cool thing about this guy is you've got the obstacle avoidance that you can count on that works quite well. Bringing her down. One of the cool things is we've got some people fishing right behind me. I just love that kids can come in and fish at their leisure. Let me bring the camera around so you can see the drone. Now, I don't know what I was thinking there. Drop that camera straight down. We're going to put it in cine mode. See if we can bring it over the top of the H and plop it right down. There we are on the H and landing now. Straight down on that left stick.
Landing.
Boom, there we go. Let me get everything shut down and we'll do a quick conclusion. Hey, okay, so I'm kind of underneath some trees here, so the lighting is going to be kind of inconsistent. But you know what? We're out in the field, so you do with what you have. So the DJI Air 3 took it up here at Redwood Park. This is a park that I never knew even existed, even though it's fairly close to my house, until I looked on the map. It's kind of in the middle of a neighborhood. It's a Boise City park. Anyway, I got to show it to you a little bit. You got to see what's going on here. And we got to kind of fly around the neighborhood. One of my favorite things to do with a drone is to explore. And, you know, we got to kind of see, got to show you that big nursery, Cloverdale Nursery. Then we went the other direction and didn't see what I thought was over there, but yeah, it is what it is. Also, the other thing that I wanted to point out was that, like I said, Ron Brown mentioned to me that he saw the framing options that we saw on the Mavic 3. He saw them available on the Mini 3. I did not see them with this drone, so don't know what's going on there. I did have a firmware update on the RC, so presumably that would update the Fly app. In fact, I don't remember looking what the Fly app version was on the RC2. So maybe it's something that'll come along later. Who knows? Any case, that's about it. You know, pretty simple flight today. It's a Sunday afternoon and I just wanted to fly a drone. So I hope you guys enjoyed it. I had fun. This is Marcus Crawford with the Idaho Quadcopter channel out. And if you like this kind of content, please consider subscribing to my channel. Most of all, I absolutely appreciate you taking the time to look at this video. And of course, we'll see you on the next one, the DJI Air 3. Bye now.